Even though officially our buildings were closed for about a month, we never stopped working. So we put in partitions between clerks so that they would feel comfortable sitting in their space. All sorts of protective equipment was issued to them, the masks, the gloves, if they wanted it. And then certainly we had lots of hand sanitizer, as we all did, right? Once we could buy it. And then for our customers, once they started coming back in, we had the clean pens that they could use. And so we were constantly sanitizing those type of things. We were wiping down counters. We had the social distance markers and so forth. When we did open back up, our first thought was we need to make the customer comfortable. What I did was at each of my offices, I put a receptionist just right outside the door. So we would give them a ticket with a number, and then they could go in the building wherever they felt safe, or even outside of the building until their number was called. We were the recipient here in Fort Bend County of a lot of Harris County residents. As I'm sure you know, Harris County was closed a significantly longer time than we were. And even when they opened back up, they were just taking appointments for all of the different transactions that they have. Whereas we approached it a little differently. When we, officially, when the county judge opened the buildings, we didn't take appointments. The only exception to that was for a marriage license, because marriage licenses take about 15 minutes to process. So it's a significantly longer transaction. And interestingly enough, what most people don't know is by law, marriage licenses in Texas have to be issued with both participants in person. So that means you've got a lot of people actually coming into the office. So with that exception, we did have appointments. During this horrific pandemic that we experienced, I just felt like there was one bright spot. And the bright spot was that people really connected with each other on a very personal basis. And what that led to is people committing their lives to each other through marriage. And so we had an abundance of marriage licenses that we issued once we opened back up. So I just felt that that was really special, because even during these very difficult times, they were able to see that, there's this loved one in their life and they wanted to commit their life to each other. One of the great things that I'm now seeing is that we're seeing an uptick in births that are filed in the county. And I just think that that's, just God's miracle in all of this. And we'll see where that goes. But I just found that fascinating. And I just want to get that message out to people that that was one of the, bright spots in all of this terrible stuff that was happening. To contact my office, the easiest way is to go to our website. It's www.fortbendcountytx.gov and click on County Clerk, and you'll see all the contact information there. If you'd like to email us, it's cclerk@fortbendcountytx.gov, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have.